In this report, I'm literally going to be talking about 8 foods that could actually be like medicine. Let's start with some herbs, because a lot of herbs are used medicinally, but herbs are also used as food. For example, rosemary. Well, rosemary is not only used in recipes, but it can actually be used to prevent blood vessel damage and aid in cardiovascular health. It can be used to improve indigestion. It can actually have some anti-inflammatory effects, maybe even reduce joint pain. So rosemary is a really nice herb to be considered when you're cooking. Parsley. Well, of course, parsley is really nice in salads and other food items. Well, parsley is packed with antioxidants such as vitamins A and C, and it also contains a substance known as apigenin, which is similar to the chemical found in rosemary that can actually inhibit the growth of cancer cells. And it also has similar effects as rosemary in reducing blood pressure. So use parsley generously in your salads. Well, another food that is commonly used for not only for flavoring food, but also medicinally, is ginger. And of course, in Hawaii, we use a lot of ginger, especially in Asian-style cooking. But ginger is one of the most widely recognized foods for stomach upset. It's used for nausea. I even use it in my medical practice in folks who have GI upset, gastrointestinal upset. If you have seasickness, motion sickness, one of the best things for motion sickness is ginger tea. You can get tea, grate it up, and put it in tea. And not only is it useful for gastrointestinal upset, it's actually a great anti-inflammatory food. And in addition to that, ginger is useful in thinning the blood. It has similar effect as baby aspirin. Another food that we've talked about before that is useful not only as flavoring food, but also for its influence on our health, cinnamon. Now, we all know that cinnamon is great on breakfast foods, oatmeal in the morning, and other food items, but it helps to control blood sugar. This is a well-established effect of using cinnamon. So use cinnamon generously on your foods. Now, there is also other evidence that suggests that cinnamon can also help improve cholesterol ratio, and it can also be used as an anti-inflammatory, very much like ginger. So those are 4 herbs or flavorings that we use for not only our meals, but also can be used medicinally. Now, when we're talking about anti-inflammatory and pain control, one of the best items that you can use for anti-inflammatory effect is turmeric. Now, turmeric is the food item that makes curry have that bright yellow color to it. And in Hawaiian herbal remedies, turmeric is also known as olena. It's a root vegetable that's very similar to ginger, and you can use it like ginger. You can grate it up, or you can use it in other flavorings, such as curry. But turmeric has a powerful antioxidant compound known as curcumin. And curcumin is known to have anti-inflammatory effects, so much so that curcumin is often used in herbal remedies as pain control for rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, and low back pain. So that's turmeric. Another powerful food for health is bitter melon. A lot of folks know about bitter melon in terms of its effect on blood sugar. And one of the best things about bitter melon is that in Hawaii, a lot of folks use bitter melon in food items, especially Filipino and Okinawans use bitter melon in their food items. But when you have something that is bitter, such as a bitter melon, one thing you should realize is that the bitterness comes from the alkalinity of the food. And I think many of people have heard that it is healthy to alkalize your blood. Well, bitter melon is really useful in doing that. And once again, the flavor of alkaline is bitter, and the flavor of acid is sour. So you can see how eating bitter melon is going to help to alkalize your blood. It is useful not only for blood sugar control, but also for constipation. It helps to treat, according to one study, things such as insomnia, and of course the fiber content helps to prevent constipation. So think about eating bitter melon. Now, if you want to eat other things that are alkaline, things like dandelion greens are helpful. Cloves are really helpful as well. It has a detox effect. Saffron, well, saffron is very much like turmeric, and it has that bright yellow color to it, but it also has a powerful anti-inflammatory effect. And cumin seeds, this is as opposed to curcumin, but cumin seeds also have an anti-inflammatory and an antimicrobial effect as well. So that's eating bitter things. Oh, and one more thing. Most bitter foods I've ever tasted is neem. I don't know if you've ever tried neem. Neem is a leaf that comes from the neem tree. And in India, it's known as the village pharmacy. What do they mean by that? Well, you know how we say in the U.S., an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Well, in parts of India, basically they're saying if you eat a neem leaf a day, you'll keep the doctor away. And the reason for it is the bitterness of the leaves. The neem leaf has alkaloids in it that have a lot of medicinal value that helps the immune system. Two more items. A lot of folks have heard about grapes as being healthy because of a substance in it known as resveratrol. Well, resveratrol is a chemical, but it's found not only in grapes, but also in cocoa powder. A lot of press when they found that this substance known as resveratrol has powerful antioxidant effects. And a lot of folks started to look at this as the molecule that was responsible for the phenomenon known as the French paradox. The French paradox is the paradox that in France they eat lots of fatty, buttery food, but their heart disease is like 40% less than the rest of Europe, even though they eat this rich food. And some scientists believe that the reason for that was they were also regular consumers of wine. And because the wine had with resveratrol in it, they believed that the anti-inflammatory effect of resveratrol protected the French against the ravages of heart disease. Whether that's true or not, there's some debate about it, but what is undisputed is that resveratrol has a protective effect in terms of heart disease and to some extent, and has a powerful anti-inflammatory effect. And if you recall, inflammation is an important factor in the incidence of heart disease. And our final item is one of the foods that are considered the healthiest fruit of all, and I think many people have heard that some scientists believe that blueberries are the healthiest fruit that you can eat. Well, I'm sure the people who produce grapes will debate that, but in any case, blueberries contain numerous antioxidants. The blue color comes from substances known as anthocyanins, and anthocyanins are known to be powerful antioxidant and actually anti-cancer nutrients. And because they're powerful antioxidants, they not only have protective effect against heart disease, they also have a protective effect against cancer. Also, the fiber found in berries are very healthy. They have a good source of manganese, which is required for carbohydrate metabolism. They say that one serving of blueberries gives you 25% of the vitamin C that you need. So it's also got vitamin C in it. And there is some evidence that those who eat more blueberries have less glaucoma, for whatever reason that might be. Also, blueberries have been known to have, actually this is on rat studies, blueberries are known to help prevent cognitive decline. Now, this should be important for all of us. Blueberries have beneficial effects on the brain, even reversing memory loss as a result of aging. Studies performed on rats suggest that blueberries may help brain function because rats taking blueberry juice did better in tests of memory, and they tested by putting rats in a maze and see how fast they can remember how to get out of the maze. So that's my health research update for today. 8 foods that are like medicines. All right, we're going to take a break now for a word from our sponsors, and when we come back, a fitness report by Dr. Ruth. And by the way, one of the best things you can do for your brain is to exercise. So this all fits in with staying healthy, not only through the holidays, but for the rest of your life. We'll be right back after these messages.
When looking for